I'm Polina from Polina Radchenko Interiors. I specialize in bespoke residential and small-scale commercial work. So we were engaged to work with the architect, the client and the builder on this project, looking at the interior spaces and the joinery designs and the finishes and fixture selections throughout this home.
We bought this block of land with the dream of building our dream home on it, and I dreamed about what it was going to look like and how it would feel.
It's a beautiful large-scale home situated in Narangba, which is the north side of Brisbane. The home is set up in an H shape. It revolves around the internal courtyard, and on the other side there is a pool and a lawn and lots of space to run around. What we really loved about the architecture of the home was the hidden mise brick, which is quite a beautiful architectural feature of the home and provides a lot of breeze into the space and a lot of privacy. The façade is also quite simple. There's a lot of kind of black and white elements, which I think tied in really well with the interior space once it all came together. The brief was to create a calm, balanced space, which was humble yet beautiful and reflected the style and the taste of the client and had to be quite functional to suit the needs of a young family.
I came into touch with Polina, and I really feel like that was one of the best investments we did during our build. What I loved that Polina brought to the build was all the joinery and the details with the joinery in the home, because the ideas and the plans that she came up with for our joinery are beyond what I could have ever imagined.
We really wanted to emphasize the connection between the floor and the ceiling, and some of the elements that we chose, such as floor-to-ceiling joinery in the kitchen, the beautiful sort of soft timber laminate that went on the joinery. We partnered it up with some more contrasting dark features such as two-pack joinery, and the fluting around the sides really helped to add a bit of rhythm and visual interest into the space. Gunmetal tapware as well to add a bit of contrast to the space.
The kitchen really has a wow factor. I think when people open the front door and they walk in and they see that joinery that goes right to the ceiling, and then balancing that off in the living area with a bit of an asymmetrical design, but joining it together with the same colours of the joinery throughout.
The island bench was curved on purpose on the both sides to create a bit of softness into that space.
We've spent lots of time in the kitchen, as my daughters love cooking, so we're in the kitchen together cooking, and it's a really beautiful space. If you have visitors over, it's a really beautiful place for us all to congregate together.
With the design being quite pared back, minimalistic and clean, we thought that adding texture and softness and curves through the furniture selections was really important. We chose Jardin Marlowe sofa for the live-in space, which has a beautiful curve to it, and we matched the timber colouring to the joinery colours throughout as well.
We were able to introduce some beautiful softness there with that couch with the curved edge there from Jardin, and it's been custom made for our house and it's very comfortable. We all sit there together and enjoy watching our favourite shows.
The client came to us wanting security screens that did not look like security screens. They wanted something to complement the architectural aspects of the house, but security was still a really important factor in that.
The view was the key element of the space, so we wanted for the outdoors to be a real focus of the space. As interior designers, it was really important for us to use a product that would not detract from the view beyond.
We chose Prowler-proof force field for this for a number of reasons, mainly obviously the clear view out through the doors, also the fact that we could make the doors without mid-rails. One of the reasons we've installed the hinge window system is the multi-point locking. We were able to also use the hidden installation technology that's exclusive to Prowler-proof that has all concealed fixings, so there's no visible fixings from the outside. Prowler-proof manufacture everything to the Australian standards for security screens, and we also install to the Australian standards.
Most people, when they come over to visit, they'll come into that living space, and when we actually point out to them, oh, have you seen these hinge security screens we've got? Often they're like, haven't even noticed that the screens are there, and that's exactly what we were looking for.
This has been a really great project to work on. It really showcases the best of our industry, the best of our products, and it's great to see people come around to this house and walk through it and not even knowing that there's security screens on there because they're so transparent.
For the master, we wanted that space to be a little bit more moody. We wanted it to feel more like a hotel or a resort, and we felt that the darker materials and darker colours would add more to that space. The curtains in the master are a double layer, so we've got a block out and a sheer there, and really add that element of luxe in that space. The walk-in robe has a mix of the darker and the lighter finishes. The ensuite is quite dark, but has a lighter travertine feature tile running through in the shower with a beautiful skylight. The sinks are a bench mount ball that are dark as well, so it's quite beautiful and comes together quite nicely. And the picture window behind the freestanding bath adds then somewhere for the eye to rest. The guest suite is really like a miniature hotel designed for someone to spend a night or spend the weekend. There were 2 kids' rooms with an adjoining ensuite. So we wanted the 2 rooms to have similar design, but with the fact in mind that they could accessorize it in the fashion that they each wanted. The materials that we chose for the space were a continuation, I guess, of the color palette of the rest of the house. The layout of the bathroom features dual vanity and 2 makeup stations either side with a window above, so we kept the joinery just off that window.
The outcome that we got from Polina and her team, it's really beyond what I imagined, and we're so happy living in our house and the end result we've achieved.